Episode 56 WW, August 14th, 2024. Identify what is going on and respond in the right way. In Episode 45 WW, 1 World, 2 United States, 3 Arizona, 4 California, 5 Colorado, 6 Kentucky, 7 Michigan, 8 Mississippi, 9 New York, 10 Oregon, 11 Canada, 12 Australia, 13 New Zealand, 14 United Kingdom, 14 United Kingdom. New York Times. The chaos in Britain has been coming. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. August 12, 2024. Unless we identify what's going on, how can we possibly respond to it in the right way? 15 Greece, 16 Russia, 17 India, 18 Laos, 19 PM2.5 and human health. Main content. 1 World. 8.1 million people die from air pollution, future net zero PM2.5. These countries also face the highest number of diseases caused by air pollution, including 30% of deaths from lower respiratory. United States Office of Environmental Justice and External Civil Rights, OEJECR, has published an updated version of the Notice of Funding Opportunity, NOFO, for the Community Change Grants Program, CCGP. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. This new version, known as Modification No. 3, replaces the previous versions of the NOFO. Modification No. 3 makes 2 major changes to the NOFO. The first change is to the EPA map used to identify disadvantaged communities, so that it now reflects the most recent data in OEJECR's update of EJScreen. For CCGP applicants' convenience, EPA has created a map called EPA Disadvantaged Community Environmental and Climate Justice Program that merges versions 1.0 and 2.0 of the EPA IRA Disadvantaged Communities map. New applicants should use this map to identify and describe disadvantaged communities per Appendix A of the NOFO. The second change is to remove the oral presentation component of the Track I application process to reduce the burden to applicants and expedite the review and selection process to ensure funding benefits disadvantaged communities as quickly as possible. The Community Change Grants Program is still accepting applications through November 21, 2024, and EPA encourages applicants to submit applications as soon as they completely meet the NOFO requirements. EPA will be making additional selections on a rolling basis for the remainder of 2024. EPA also encourages interested applicants to apply for technical assistance as soon as possible, as the last day to request new technical assistance is August 16, 2024. To see Modification No. 3 and to learn more about the Community Change Grants and Technical Assistance, visit EPA's Inflation Reduction Act Community Change Grants Program webpage. To learn more about environmental justice at EPA, visit EPA's Environmental Justice webpage. Read the July 25, 2024 Community Change Grants Initial Selections Announcement. 3 United States Environmental Protection Agency. EPA PM2.5 Design Values released. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Chappell, Regina, Chappell.Regina at EPA.gov. PM2.5 Design Value Update. Through 2023, EPA has calculated and made available design values based on data from 2021, 2022, and 2023 for fine particle pollution, or PM2.5. The agency updates these values each year when new quality-assured air monitoring data are available. Design values are calculated air quality concentrations used to determine compliance with the National Ambient Air Quality Standards, NAAQS. EPA expects air agencies will rely upon this set of design values to evaluate the impact of the 2023 Canadian wildfires, as well as other potential exceptional events, and to develop recommendations for whether areas within their jurisdictions meet the strengthened annual PM2.5 standard. These design values incorporate the updated PM2.5 data collected using Teledyne T640/T640X Federal Equivalent Method monitors. The agency has taken the time needed to request and respond to public comment on this update and assure data accuracy. EPA released design values for all other pollutants several weeks ago. These data are for informational use and are not a regulatory determination by EPA whether an area has attained a NAAQS. View all design values for 2023. For Arizona, RAWSEP View At first glance, mechanical thinning of wood seems to be environmentally friendly. But if the wood is burned later, this wood collection is not environmentally friendly. From the article. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Mechanical thinning to begin along Snowball Road. Arizona Emergency Information Network. Arizona Emergency Information Network, AZ.gov. Wood will be arranged for future pile burning. These mechanical fire smoke stage 1 fire restrictions. Tonto National Forest. Valentine Fire 5A, California. Newsom clears homeless camps in LA County where he wants more urgency. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Governor Gavin Newsom, frustrated by county leaders who spurned his executive order cracking down on encampments, visited their turf to clear homeless sites. Governor Gavin Newsom worked with Caltrans workers to pick up trash at a homeless encampment under a freeway in Los Angeles on Thursday, August 8, 2024. The stop in Los Angeles came without the usual courtesy notice. Governor Gavin Newsom was in Southern California, emerged 127 miles up the freeway from San Diego, driving home. His message of the moment. Famously tolerant California isn't tolerating homeless encampments anymore. Since July 25, when the governor urged California cities to dismantle the street camps that have come to define the state's homelessness crisis, leaders in Los Angeles have been particularly resistant to Mr. Newsom, making clear that they plan to deal with the issue in their own way and on their own timetable. 5B California, Marin County. Queenstone fire burns vegetation west of Marinwood in North Bay, MSN. The fire was producing smoke that was visible across Marin County. 9 reasons you should avoid a wood-burning fireplace. AZ5C, Colorado. Boulder updates new emergency rule created amid heightened fire risks. Boulder Daily Camera. The city already did not allow open burning, but now charcoal grills, barbecues, coal, and wood-burning stoves and sheep herder stoves are included. 6 Kentucky. Kentucky man dies after being electrocuted. MSN. A man is dead after being electrocuted while using a homemade wood-burning tool. 7 Michigan. Flint. Despite fire chiefs' support worries smolder over Flint open burning proposal live. Com support for an ordinance change that would allow for burning in fire pits fueled by seasoned drywood propane or natural gas has been stuck in a fire chief Theron Wiggins 8 Mississippi. After 4 fires in 2 weeks, public strongly cautioned against outdoor burning. Natchez, Democrat. Another fire around 38 Upper Kingston Road started late Sunday near the wood line. Natchez Fire Chief Robert Arrington said he is not sure what 9A New York. In New York City, an all-electric building for low-income and formerly homeless people may set a new standard for efficiency in affordable housing, the city reports. 9B New York Harlem. Highlights from Climate and Environmental Justice in Harlem, State of the Planet. Columbia University PM2.5 Tiny particulates produced by combustion per 1,000 residents for all New York City neighborhoods. This is about triple the citywide 10 Oregon. Air quality alert issued for Oregon Live. Oregon Live. Avoid using wood-burning stoves and other sources of indoor smoke if possible. Air quality alerts. Recommendations from NWS. When in air quality 11A, Canada, British Columbia, Lake Koocanusa. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. August 13, 2024. Camper issued $150 fine for lighting a fire. Category 1 campfires are currently banned in Southeast B.C322997889_web1_210930 FFP, Elk Valley, RCMP. 1_1 Listen to this article. A camper was given at $150 fine after lighting a fire during wildfire season at Lake Koocanusa on August 10, 2024. Elk Valley RCMP Sergeant Sven Nielsen said officers were patrolling at Lake Koocanusa on the weekend when campers reported that someone had lit a wood-burning fire at their site, which goes against current fire restrictions in the Wildfire Act of British Columbia. A ban was issued for Category 1 campfires in Southeast B.C. on July 12, which is defined as a fire up to half a meter high and half a meter wide that is used for recreational or ceremonial purposes. Nielsen said the campers had approached the fire maker and explained the current restrictions in B.C., but the person had brushed off their concerns, so they returned with their own fire extinguisher and put it out themselves. An officer visited the site and issued a fine after they found evidence of the fire. Police advised the public to report fires immediately to 250-425-6233 if they see one. Camper issued $150 fine for lighting a fire. Fernie, BC. News. The Free Press wood-burning fire at their site, which goes against current fire restrictions in the Wildfire Act of British Columbia. A ban was issued for 11B Canada, British Columbia wood smoke website. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. About. For anyone sick of breathing wood smoke. This is a support group for people who have been and are being victimized by wood-burning neighbors. We support financial aid to lower-income folks to get off wood burning for heat. EPA/CSA wood stoves do not burn clean as alluded to by industry and clean air societies. From the Sierra Club, EPA-certified wood stoves aren't the answer. In addition, EPA-certified wood stoves have not been shown to be effective in reducing emissions of toxics like dioxins and furans. Common law tort of nuisance recognizes that it has been a long-standing principle of our justice system that an individual's freedom to do as he wishes on his property is subject to the caveat that he not unreasonably disturb his neighbor's enjoyment of property. Study by Environment Canada. The Ministry of Environment of Quebec and Montreal announced that EPA stoves are not a panacea. 12A Australia. Wood smoke stories from doctors and scientists against wood smoke pollution. DSAWSB website. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Wood smoke stories. The smoke stays trapped in winter. Living in an area with an escarpment is wonderful, however in winter it holds the air in the area trapping wood fire smoke from the large number of wood fire heaters smoking away all day. What is infuriating is that my right to breathe fresh air is trumped by those who want to burn anything they can find to save on heating costs. Like others here, we see them smoking along all day long in winter. It's a huge unseen health issue for me. It's alarming to see the lack of regulation or action from council on it. What human rights to breathe clean air do we have? 12B Australia. New South Wales Farms. New York Times. Can dirt clean the climate? Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. An Australian startup is hoping fungi can pull CO2 from the air and stash it underground. It's one of several ventures trying to deploy the superpowers of soil to slow global warming. August 10, 2024. Across 100,000 acres in the vast agricultural heartland of Australia, an unusual approach is taking root to slow down the wrecking ball of climate change. Farmers are trying to tap the superpowers of tiny subterranean tendrils of fungus to pull carbon dioxide out of the air and stash it underground. A 64-year-old man has stopped raising sheep which produce methane, a potent greenhouse gas, and he has sown about a quarter of his 6,000 acres with the fungus powder. He hopes there will be carbon credits, but he isn't planning to sell those yet. He wants to hold on to them for when he may have to neutralize his own farm's carbon emissions. I have my own carbon footprint I need to cover, he said. I'm sick of just talking about it. I've got to do something. 13 New Zealand's air pollution is deadly and our regulations are unfit to deal with it. The spin-off firewood that hasn't been fully dried or is being burned in less efficient older wood burners is a particular culprit, and it's the impact of this. 14A United Kingdom. Calls to ban wood-burning stoves in UK by 2027. MSN. New wood-burning stoves have had to meet emissions targets since 2022, meaning they burn cleaner and are labeled eco-design. The fuel used in these 14B United Kingdom. Drax is UK's largest single source of CO2 emissions. Envirotech magazine. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Despite its limited role in the UK's power system, burning wood is now the UK electricity sector's second largest CO2 emitter after fossil gas. Woody wood-burning Drax power plant highest emitter in UK. Report Rig's own. The ranking focuses on direct carbon dioxide equivalent, CO2e, emissions across 2023 emitted within UK borders according to the report. Wood-burning 14C United Kingdom. Hounslow Council welcomes ULEZ clean air results. London Borough of Hounslow whilst particulate matter emissions, PM2.5, dropped by an estimated 22% in Outer London since the introduction of the scheme. The report 14D United Kingdom. New York Times. The chaos in Britain has been coming. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. August 12, 2024. Unless we identify what's going on, how can we possibly respond to it in the right way? Last Wednesday, people answered that question. Across England's major cities, thousands of people, 25,000 according to one estimate, joined counter-protests to challenge the rioters. The far right, clearly deterred, mostly didn't turn up. The peaceful mobilization of citizens gathering in multi-ethnic areas at immigration centers that apparently in line for far-right attack was an apt riposte to violent racism. Together with an expanded police response and energetic prosecutions, it worked to ward off further riots. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, along with pledging no let-up in legal action against rioters, has promised that people will be prosecuted for their actions online, and a handful have been convicted of inciting racial hatred. But there's seemingly little the government can do to hold accountable the social media platforms themselves. These riots, xenophobic outbursts turbocharged by technology, were only a matter of time. The truly scary thing is how little we can do to stop them. 14E United Kingdom. Hull. Anthony Ibbotson, quite literally left for dead after being violently attacked in burning house. Hull Live Stephen Wood KC prosecuting said that at just after 8:40 p.m. on November 29th, concerned members of the public alerted the fire service to a flat in 14F United Kingdom, London. Ambient particulate matter and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease mortality, the Lancet short-term exposures to both PM2.5 and PM2.5-10 were associated with increased risks of COPD mortality. These associations appeared and peaked on the 15 Greece Athens. Wildfire fanned by gales menaces Athens suburbs as residents flee. Reuters. The government called for help from fellow EU members to tackle the fire that was burning. Columns of smoke rose over the horizon and a burning smell cloaked Athens. In the nearby suburb of Jarakas, a wood factory was engulfed by flames. 16 Russia. Large Russian forest fires smoke drifts into Finnish Lapland. Eel News. RAWSEP View burning pure wood emits 90% PM2.5 particulates of 2.5 micrometer size, the perfect size to infiltrate the human lungs, setting off a cascade of human health problems and early deaths. Wood burning emits 2.8 times the PM2.5 and CO2 as coal burning. Wood burning emits 450 times the particulates as natural gas burning. From the article. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Pure wood is burning there, he said. Hyvarinen added that while people do not need to worry about dangers posed by drifting smoke, any News 17A India plans stricter quality standards to tackle air pollution. When we talk about exposure particulate matter, PM2.5 keeps coming to the conversation. Here natural resources have a contribution of 40 to 50. 17B India. CSIRNPL launches nationwide CMS certification to enhance pollution monitoring down to earth PM2.5 monitoring systems. CMS certification is crucial for ensuring that the products manufactured in India meet both national and international 18A Laos PM to make first official visit to Thailand Burnama PM2.5 pollution. He said during the official visit the Lao Prime Minister will also be granted an audience with King Maha Vajiralongkorn and 18B Laos, Prime Minister of the Lao People's Democratic Republic, to pay an official visit to Thailand PM2.5 pollution. The Prime Minister of the Lao People's Democratic Republic is also scheduled to inaugurate a Thai-Lao business forum in Bangkok. 19 PM2.5 and dementia. How is wildfire smoke linked to dementia? MSN wildfire smoke motor vehicles and factories all emit a type of air pollution called fine particulate matter, PM2.5.